one day I'm gonna be rich. It was time for me to. That's Master P's legacy. That's Master P's legacy.
Hi, welcome to Mrs. Carter. Nah. About it. Yes, for the 90s. You know, this is a reaction review channel / hair vlogs, mommy moments, and testimonies. So this is a reaction video to the 5-part series on BET that chronicles Master P. Yo, when I saw that Master P was going to be on BET, I was like, yo, not that I was a fan of his music, but I was a fan of our culture. And I remembered his legacy and was like, oh my God, I got to be there. I got to check this out. And I was there. And I recorded the trailer thing like the beginning of July and just forgot to roll it out. Then me and my husband started watching it, and we are 4 parts in so far. So if you haven't seen it, get to BET, stream it, do what you need to do, get your life together. This is worth seeing. Hey, my name is Lisa. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I'm Mrs. Carter. Grab your blankets, grab your treats, grab your wine, grab your seats. It's going to be quick and easy. Just want to say, shout out to BET. I got my notes. Shout out to BET for knowing their audience, knowing their age demographic, and celebrating our culture on their platform. It's much needed, hard to find these days, and this is the good news we need. Why? We all know Master P's story. We all know he sold his music out to Trump, came up, millionaire, gazillionaire, billionaire, many entities. We all know that. But there's so many things that I just want to share with you. Take it away, and hopefully you'll get there for Tuesday. I think it's 9 p.m. the Chronicles finale. Going through YouTube, finding out more things about them. But for most part, what they shared in the Chronicles was on the up and up. But this was a testament from what I learned about his hustle, and I think what we can get from it as YouTubers who are trying to generate wealth, generate interest, and build a following. And then ultimately, what are we trying to do if we do earn additional income for our families and our homes? So I got, well, several, but I'll try to just share 2 things that I got from it, which was, just because you took an L, it does not mean it is a loss. It could be a lesson learned. And I was like, wig back. And who at Boz, his best buddy Boz, and when they went into the meeting with Priority Records, and they were like, you know, just because it's white doesn't mean it's right. I run this thing. I tell you what I'm going to do, and that's what we're going to do, and we're going to drop an album as much as we want to drop an album, because he was making 80-20. 80-15? 80-20. It ultimately started 85-15, but then it got to 80-20. Yeah, 80-20. Black-owned business doing, I got to stick to the agenda. Black-owned business doing film, sports agency for a stint, music, I believe he had phone prepaid cards. Black-owned, putting out movies for his community, the community he was serving. And it says here that he knew his consumer and gave them what they wanted. And that despite what his environment was, his physical environment in Louisiana, we all know he's from New Orleans, and how the politics is done down there, for him to get out, survive, have a plan based on his grandfather's upbringing, get there, check it out, that he knew he was going to be wealthy and take care of his family. He knew. So establishing and holding on to your dreams. My channel, again, is about celebrating our gifts. And clearly, Master P, Percy, had a gift. Knows himself, to thy own self be true, but he also knew he was an athlete. He thought he was going to get out by playing basketball. But he saw the rap industry as a means to an end. He knew he wasn't going to be a rapper forever. The industry and rapping was a means to an end, and he was a genius of a businessman. Again, despite his physical surroundings and environment, he dreamed big and said he knew he was going to be a millionaire. He evaluated his consumer, his market, and gave them what they wanted. Master P kept it as classy as you can keep it in the rap music industry. He kept it as classy as he can keep it. Now, I went further. I was like, yo, he was married. I remember that. I remember that from 4 years ago. They got divorced, yada, yada. But did you know she had 7 kids? Catch it in your spirit. He's a mogul. He's never home. He's on the road. He's building a brand. He's building generational wealth. And this woman is home taking care of his 7 kids. We don't know their story. We don't know what went on behind closed doors. But what we do know is that it was a lot she had to put up with. And I know I'm born 2 years after Percy. So we are of the same age group. I couldn't imagine being with nobody 20. So this couple to have made it 20 plus years in the game married, and then for them to get out, we have to respect that. I think Russell Simmons had the same story. There's rarely anybody that makes it this long. Snoop Dogg, I think, is just now getting separated. Dre, I think he just got separated this year. If you can stay together that long, I do have a clip right here. I just want you to hear about where they're trying to be grandfathers now.
I ain't messing with nobody. Alone. I'm trying to tell them, Snoop.
Leave us alone. We trying to live. We trying to be grandkids, grandfathers, man.
We ain't doing nothing to nobody. We trying to take care of family. Hey, they keep asking them, P, why you gonna put up? Man, I ain't putting nobody. I'm putting this product out. Yeah.
Did you know that Snoop was even on Master P's label? Stay focused, Lisa. Stay focused. Okay. If you haven't yet, be sure you subscribe. We have lots of reaction videos to different song performances, singing sensations, hair vlogs, and just a celebration of life here at Mrs. Carter. And then there's also Carter's Eats. So get there and check this out. But as most celebrity couples, him and his wife made it 20 plus years. And there was a lot of backlash and story about whether she's on this, that, and the third. But imagine all that she had to endure at the hands of this mogul. A sports agent, music business, performer, and he paid his taxes. But he had a black-owned business doing all these things. Aspiring rappers wanted to do what he did, and who gets to be a rapper and play in the NBA? Usually you're an NBA star and then you become a rapper. You didn't hear it from me. Learn your history. Okay, and I did not know him. I didn't know Snoop was on Master P's label. And he freed Snoop from that crazy man, Suge. And that's a whole story. So you've got to hear that part in the Chronicles, and that, you know, Master P had to pay a very big price for Snoop, and Snoop went hard.
I never was trying to be the best rapper in the world. You was one of the best rappers that ever came to our team. You and Mystikal and Mayor X. And but my thing was, I know I could hustle. I know I'm a businessman, and I said if I could help y'all with y'all careers, then I could just...
Right? We were like, what happened to Master P? No Limit, they all fell off. Okay, it's fine, well and good, but Master P is still earning money. Because once all the artists left and the music business died down, what did he do then? His son! He planted another seed. And his son took over and still was earning for the dad. And the films, the films were doing good in the hood. I did not listen to Master P. I remember my car got stolen, and then the person that stole my car left all these Master P and 504 Boys CDs in my car, and I was forced to, and I was like, that's just a little too hard for me. A little too hard for me. I did Mystikal, and I did na, but and Master P, to tell you, he wasn't a great rapper. He's not a rapper. But he was a businessman, and he was opening doors. And whatever he touched turned to gold. Glory be to God. And he acknowledges God. He knows that God had his back through all of this. And yes, there's lots of pain and anguish and loss. You'll hear about that. Get there. And then we're going to go ahead and round it out. He prepared a way for many, 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 many artists. And most importantly, he said, although I'm paving a way right now, what we have to remember is, I know the most important thing to do now that I'm not rapping, now that we don't have the music business, now that I'm no longer out front, is to have a product.
Family. Hey, they keep asking me, well, P, why you gonna put out? Man, I ain't putting nobody. I'm putting this product out.
Yeah, that product.
I'm taking Auntie Mama and Uncle Ben off the shelf and put Uncle P on the shelf.
There you go.
I'm putting the noodles, the icon noodles. I can put our people on there, put our people faces. I know a lot of people I don't like Boosie. I put him on there. I'm putting Snoop Dogg next. You know, I put Biggie Smalls on there. Then people say, well, why you ain't put Tupac? Man, y'all don't even understand how hard it is to get the approval for that. Right. That's what I tell people. We have to.
Something to sell to keep establishing generational wealth. Get on somebody's shelf. Can you do that? He's doing that now. He has noodles. Oodles and noodles. And people were coming at him with all the sodium count. He was like, yo, just let me get on the shelf. Let me make room on the shelf. Right?
And then I can make it even more healthier for you. Right. But let me get some of the shelving space. They can buy my potato chips. How much salt? Well, how much salt in Lay's? Store for 130 years. Y'all ain't never said that. At least let me get in the store and compete with them. Right. They had a slave on the back of the box, man. Think about it. A real one. And gave that man $50. A real one. Guess what he was? He was a model. He don't own nothing. No percentage go to his family. All that time. We got to change that narrative. We got to educate. Let me tell y'all something. I don't pray for money. Because I'm like instant grits, add water, I'm going to make money. I pray for wisdom. Look in the Bible. You pray for wisdom, you can get the money. Right. And that's what we did. Yeah. We know how to treat people. We keep our word. Think about it. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm going to do it.
Room on the shelf, then we can get a better brand in there that doesn't have as much sodium, yada, 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 yada. I think he's still worth $250 million. And despite the music business being gone. And I just wanted to say, what I took from it was, a L is not a loss. It's a lesson learned. And that find yourself a market with a need. Fulfill it. And then come with a product to establish generational wealth. He had a strong grandmother. The series ends on Tuesday on BET, and right after that, BET is coming with another one, the Rough Riders and that DMX and Eve. And honey, I was an Eve fan. You hear me? Master P, should you ever see this, congratulations, excellent job paving the way for so many young men, women who are watching you. I celebrate you as a black man surviving your environment, surviving in your businesses. And then, you know, marriage is not perfect. I hope you guys are still kind to one another. Shout out to the wife for all that she did to help you along the way. That's their story. Glory be to God that he's still alive to tell the story and to keep doing great things. And his son, Romeo. I will have to go do more research on that, but he was a pretty thing. Guys, thank you. That guy right there. He is the man. You've got to watch the series, The Chronicles. Again, I am not a Master P person, but now I respect him even all the more. You know, Master P was the president at Booker T. Washington High School. He was a leader back then. Don't sleep on how people look. That's the ex-wife. We're the same age. Glory be to God. Thank you for watching. Be sure you check it out. BET, get on your DVR, find out when. Be sure you see the finale. Don't judge people. Because God gives everybody a gift and you don't know what.
That's why 20-something years later, I go and keep blessing us. That's why 20-something years later, we free and alive. That's what people have to realize. And You got to put your trust and faith in God. God let murderers, he let prostitutes into heaven. That's when I understood that. I said, man, let me start getting my life together.
Right. Stop trying to judge people.
Exactly. And
But
do
do
right.
that.
And none of us perfect.
Nah, we
Think
all
about
make
it.
mistakes.
Yeah, we all in bed. We work in progress.
Right.
And so I think this is what I want people to get out of this too, because they look at it, think it's gonna be a no limit death row thing. No, it ain't about that, man. How come y'all ain't put Suge up against Jimmy Iovine?
Right.
Let's be
Warner
honest.
Brothers.
Or Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
Think
or
about it.
Sony Records.
See what I'm saying?
Right, but you want to pit him up against the black man that's doing the same thing,
Yeah.
trying to help out young black men get out of the hood and teach us ownership.
Yeah.
But see, that's the system. But we broke the system.
Yeah.
Because now me and Suge got a great relationship.
Yeah.
I got a great relationship with Pete, with
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, with everybody,
Yeah.
because I learned from Pete to forgive and forget and try to move forward and try to help us elevate as a people. So I'm
Pull up banking. Figure out what to do with your money. They teach us how to get money. They don't teach us what to do with it. So, and you won't be mad at nobody. I got it up. Think about it. Some of y'all in the hood can't switch it up. We can put a suit on.
Yep.
We know how to talk when we're in a corporate meeting.
Right.
You got to be able to switch your game up.
Right.
I take.
And yours is the story to still tell. Thank you for watching. Be sure you subscribe. And I just had to do it because this is a reaction to the BET Master P No Limit Chronicles. Herman to make it big. And that's what you have to do. You have to think and dream outside the box. And that's why I keep doing what I'm doing, despite what it looks like. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Stay encouraged. Stay safe. And keep hustling. We'll see you in the next video.